Hello, everybody. Welcome to Weekly Trash, the safe place to cleanse your mind, body, and soul of all that trash you consume this week so you can consume some more tomorrow. I'm your host, Josie Van Dyke, and today we have a MILF, a hot Momtok girly. We got Camille Munday in the house, everybody. Welcome.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming on.
I'm excited.
You're just so gorgeous. I was telling you could have a paper bag over your head and you would look great. Like I wish I was at your level right now.
Oh, you're nice.
You just got your hair done.
I know. I'm having an identity crisis right now.
Would you ever
I love it, but also I'm like,
have you always been blonde?
Yeah. Ever since I was like 14.
What would you do
just
instead?
Right now?
Like if your identity crisis, like would you cut your hair? Would you dye it? What would you do?
No, I've actually thought about going darker. Wild.
Like how dark? Not like red like everyone else. Everyone's going red.
No, I wouldn't. I don't feel like I could pull off red. I feel like I would go like my roots.
Okay. I feel like that's not that extreme.
You don't think?
No.
It feels dark.
I mean, it probably would be like a change.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be that bad.
Maybe I should do it.
Maybe you should do it. Wait till after summer though, because summer is like meant for the blondes.
Fall,
Yeah. Do like a fall look. Okay. Well, I'm so excited you're here.
Me too.
I'm so excited to have Camille Munday on the podcast, your first podcast.
Yes.
And
I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous. It's so fun.
I know.
We're just going to chat. It's going to be great. So let's dumpster deep dive into who you are, your life. Where are you from?
So I like to say I'm from Idaho.
Okay.
I was born in Utah, but then I moved to Idaho when I was 1.
Okay.
Lived there until I moved out, and now I'm back in Utah. So technically Utah, but
what part of Idaho?
Boise.
Yeah.
I love it.
You do?
Yeah. I feel like it's so underrated.
See,
I love it.
I feel like people who are from Idaho, especially Boise, like love it. They want to move back. Like my brother-in-law, he's like, we will live in Idaho again.
I swear, everyone.
But then like people who like go visit, they're like, I'm actually not into this. So
I want to go back.
I'm good. Yeah. Okay. So did you go to college?
No.
Mm-mm. So we'll get there because you did a TikTok about high school and getting your GED and stuff. But before I ask that, what's your family like? Do you have a big family, a small family?
Yeah, I have a big family. So there's 6 kids.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah. 3 girls, 3 boys. I'm number 4.
Okay.
Forgotten middle.
The middle kid.
I also have to share the middle, so it's like even worse.
Yeah. You share with a boy too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have a big family and I love it.
Are you guys all super close?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like definitely my sisters are like some of my best friends. But
how old is your youngest brother?
He's 21 and he lives in Provo.
Okay.
Which is nice. Everyone else lives in Boise still.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, I get someone here.
So was it like girl, 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 boy, boy, boy?
No, so it was boy, girl, boy, girl, girl, boy.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of you.
I know.
Do you have a lot of nieces and nephews?
Not really. I have 4.
4.
Yeah. On
That's
that
a good
side.
amount.
Yeah.
And do they all live in Idaho besides your brother?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you see your brother a lot though?
Yeah, he comes over like once a week.
Like, can I get free food?
For real though. Can I hot tub?
Can I like hang out here? Can I invite a girl over? Like, is that okay?
He does. And I'm like, please, I want our house to be the fun house.
The more the merrier. The more the merrier.
Yeah, I love it.
So you went to high school in Idaho and you posted on TikTok, which this was news to me, that you had dropped out and got your GED. And I can't remember what you said, why you did that.
Yeah. So I actually like kept it a secret for a long time.
Really?
Like my friends didn't know. Sam didn't know for a while because I was just like ashamed.
Okay.
I felt like an idiot, you know. But now that I'm like learning more about mental health, I'm like, no, I want to speak on this.
Yeah.
Like this is
1,000%.
a real thing. So I dropped out my senior year. I was almost done. I had senior project. That's all I had left.
Really?
And I dropped out. Yeah. Because my mental health was just so bad. And it got to the point where my parents were like, no, you should probably drop out.
Yeah. Was it depression, anxiety?
Yeah, it was anxiety and depression. And it like stemmed from my insecurities and just like comparing myself to others. And that's why my parents were like, maybe it's a good idea to drop out.
Yeah.
Because I was like tearing every part of me apart.
Like appearance wise, personality.
Yeah. I'd be like, I wish I was more outgoing. Like I didn't like anything about myself.
Really?
And I'd like see someone in school and be like, why can't I look like them? Why can't I be like them? And so I'd just like come home from school just broken.
Really?
And like it even got to the point where I would go into my closet because that was my only safe spot because I could turn off the lights and I could be like, No one can see me. I can't even see myself. So I can just like breathe.
Wow.
And I think it got to the point where my parents were like, this isn't okay.
Yeah. In high school, would you say that you were popular, that you had friends, or no? You felt like an outcast?
I was quiet.
Yeah.
Like, I'm quiet now, but I was like extremely quiet and shy. Like, a boy would talk to me and I'd turn bright red.
Really?
Like, I was just so insecure. And like, looking back, I just want to like hug that girl and be like,
sorry, I'm going to sneeze. I'm like, this is such an intense conversation. I'm about to sneeze. Okay, I held it in. Sneeze. We're fine. We're good.
But yeah, it's just like, I don't know. It was rough.
Wow. Did you ever have like, with the depression and the anxiety, and you said that like you hated parts of yourself, or I guess all of yourself.
Yeah.
Was there ever eating disorders or suicidal thoughts?
No, it's hard for me to say that I was suicidal because I didn't want to live anymore, but I could never see myself like
doing
harming
something.
Myself.
Gotcha.
But like I had a journal because we tried everything. We tried therapists. We tried even a hypnotist or like an energy person. Really? And one of my therapists was like, write in this journal just everything. Don't think about grammar. Don't think about spelling. Just like let it all out.
Yeah.
And like this is for you and no one else.
Yeah, no one's going to see it.
And in that book, I did kind of open up, like, I don't want to be here anymore. And there's a part of me that's like, did my parents read that?
Yeah.
And like, I guess it's a blessing that if they did, which I don't know if they did, but if they did, then yeah, understandably, they're like, no,
we need to get you out of here.
Yeah. So, yeah.
That's so crazy because looking at you, I mean, did you look like this in high school? Because like you would look at you and be like, there's no way she has insecurities or that she feels like bad about herself. So that just shows that you really have no idea what anyone's going through because that's so wild. So did you not play sports or were you not part of any kind of like academic activities?
I was a dancer, but I danced for a studio.
Okay.
So not in high school.
Gotcha.
Which looking back, I kind of wish I did. I wish I had that like
something
set team that I just, had friends.
I do think that like makes a big difference with the high school mental health is like having your posse, your group, your people.
Yeah. And like I had my friends, but I was always the quiet one. And so it was like, I was just always the one like in the background, if that makes sense.
No, totally.
So my best friend moved to Oregon our sophomore year. So I just was kind of there,
just going with emotions.
Bopping around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you got your GED, what were your plans after that? Like, were you like, I need to focus on figuring out my mental health before I move forward? Or were you like, I just want to go on to the next step in life?
I really wanted to focus on my mental health. So I moved to Hawaii.
Okay. That'll do
it. I know. It cured it all.
Right. Vitamin D.
Yeah. So I moved there. I worked for like a few months and then I moved there. And I knew one person, but she was married and lived 20 minutes away from where I was going to live, and I didn't have a car. So really, I was kind of on my own.
Yeah.
But it was the best.
Really?
Literally the best. It was like 3 to 4 months of my life.
What did you do?
Just everything.
And like just by yourself, did you make friends? Were you?
So I had roommates because I was in BYU housing.
Okay. But you weren't going to BYU.
No. In the summertime, they let you because I feel like people are like
going back home.
Go back home for summer. So like I had roommates. We got along, but it wasn't like we didn't like click.
You weren't besties.
Yeah. So I was at a grocery store and I don't even remember what I was doing, but this girl came over to me and she was like, "Hey, like we're celebrating my birthday. Do you want to come?" And I was just like, "Yeah, I'd love to." And then they became like my good friends.
Way.
Yeah.
Do you feel like being in Hawaii made you more outgoing? Because you said you were kind of more shy and soft spoken.
I think so, because I kind of had to. Yeah. Like I was on my own. I had no one else to lean on.
Yeah.
And I had time to focus on my mental health. So like I would walk to the beach by myself and just like write in my journal and listen to music and just really like focus on me and like loving me and who I am.
Do you feel like that's what like changed you, was Hawaii? I
think it helped. I mean, I still struggle. I still have anxiety. I still have depression and I still have my insecurities. But yeah, I think it helped.
Helped a lot.
Yeah.
So when did you meet Sam and how did you meet Sam?
So I met Sam, when was I in Hawaii? 2018. And so I met Sam I was 22.
Okay.
And then I was 18 when I lived in Hawaii. So like a few years later.
Gotcha.
We met on social media. I was already living in Utah. His sister-in-law is an Instagram influencer.
Yeah,
Camille
Kaylee.
Munday. Love her. And my older sister was following her. And Kaylee posted a story of Sam being like, hey, he's single. Hit him up.
Yeah.
So my sister was like, Camille, follow him. And I was like, hey, he's hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
What's
why
the age
not?
gap between you two?
5 years.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
No.
So I followed him and he followed me back and I got no message. And I was like, what the heck?
You're like, cool, you're playing
Come
hard to
on.
get. What's
Yeah.
going on here?
Yeah. And I was not going to budge. I wasn't going to message him
Were
first.
you dating at that point? Because you said you kind of were quiet. So like 18
Yeah.
to 22, did you have any other boyfriends?
I never had a boyfriend before Sam.
Really?
We can get into it, but I had commitment issues.
Okay.
So then I met Sam, and so first of all, he didn't
Yeah.
message me.
Yeah.
Then I was at work and my coworker was like, I saw him on a dating app. And so I downloaded it.
Of course.
And I found him. And then we matched and then he messaged me. And then
Did you give him crap? Were you like, well, why didn't you message me on Instagram?
He said it's because he didn't know how old I was,
Oh,
which I was
okay.
like, okay, understandably.
Yeah, you look
you know?
young, you know. He's like, I don't want to
and you
message.
never know nowadays.
Well, and he's like a dad. He
Yeah.
has 2 kids. He was divorced. So
Yeah.
it wasn't like he was just
Gotta be
like,
careful.
he's got to make sure that whoever he's
Yeah.
messaging is of age
Yeah.
and appropriate for
Yeah.
sure. So you guys start talking on the dating app.
Mhm.
And how soon did you like want to be his girl?
So we started talking and then we were in Vegas the same weekend, which was
Okay.
bizarre. But that's when we first met. Like we both live in Utah, but we met in Vegas.
Which is kind of really fun to meet in Vegas.
Yeah, it was fun. And it was his birthday, so it was just fun.
Yeah.
And then we became official. Okay, that was in March. Then we became official in July.
Okay. March, April,
So-
May, June. So that's kind of a long time.
Yeah,
5,
because
6 months.
I was struggling. I was
Yeah.
like, I was just terrified. I was terrified of marriage because my parents are divorced. They didn't have a great
Okay.
marriage. And so in my mind, marriage wasn't a great thing.
Really?
You know, like it just didn't seem like a happy thing.
Gotcha.
And so I thought, okay, if I become someone's girlfriend, it's either a breakup, which sucks, or
Yeah.
marriage, which in my mind,
That's
sucked.
going to suck
Yeah.
too.
So it took me a very long time to finally be like, okay. And it got to the point where it was, I either lose him or we become exclusive.
Become exclusive.
And I was like, I don't want to lose him.
Yeah.
So we became exclusive and it was great.
It worked
It
out.
yeah.
That's so interesting that you thought of marriage that way. Were you raised LDS?
Mm-hmm.
And because
Yeah.
I feel like the LDS culture is very much like marriage is like this really great thing. It's like this
Yeah.
eternal thing. So when you were going through those commitment issues, was your
Mhm.
plan just, I'm just never going to get married and never have children?
No.
And
I like wanted to.
Yeah.
Like being a mom is the number one thing I wanted.
Yeah.
I even told Sam, I was like, I would never have done this, but I was like, I would much rather just be a mom and
Yeah.
not a wife, you know?
Really?
Yeah. Because
it scared
marriage
you.
scared me. But yeah, growing up, it just like I never saw my parents kiss. They were never affectionate. So like in my eyes, it just didn't seem,
It didn't seem happy.
yeah. And I've told my parents this.
Are they
It's-
remarried?
No.
No. So they
Mm-mm.
kind of think marriage sucks too.
Probably.
They're like, yeah, it's stupid. Don't do it.
No, they got divorced when I was 20.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it was later on in your life.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And your whole life, you just saw that they weren't the happiest.
Yeah. So it's like a good thing. I'm glad they got
Yeah.
divorced because they're so much happier now. But
Yeah.
yeah, it made me view marriage not so
Very
great.
differently.
Yeah.
So when you finally committed to Sam,
Mhm.
was there ever a part of you that was nervous because he had kids?
No, honestly, I worked with kids since I was 14. Kids were just like my happy place. Like they
Yeah.
were just so pure and fun. And so him having kids, I actually loved it.
Really?
Also, like one of my top 3 requirements in a husband was he has to be a good dad. And
Yeah.
that's hard to know if they don't have kids.
Very hard to know.
So I got to see like firsthand, he is a good dad. He's
He's probably
an
so
amazing dad.
attractive too.
Yeah,
You're
it made
like-
me fall in love with him even more. I
I'm
was like,
sure.
you're such a good dad. So, and we dated for 2 years before we got married. So I didn't have to like jump into a role of their stepmom. It was
Yeah.
a very slow, like progressive thing,
Yeah.
which I think is good for me and the kids.
Yeah.
So I never had that moment of like, oh, this is scary.
Yeah.
Because it was just like slow, you know?
How soon did you meet the kids?
people ask me this question. I don't even remember.
Did you feel like when you met them and you're like, I can love you guys. Like I can love you the way I love Sam.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Me and his daughter like instantly clicked.
Really?
She was only 1 at the time. She was
That's
almost
so
2.
crazy.
But yeah, we just like instantly clicked, and they just felt.
Do they
so
call
natural.
you Camille?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's like a hard thing as a stepmom. You're like, I don't want you to think I'm your mom because you have a mom.
Yeah.
But like, I also want you to know you can talk to me and I'm here and I want to nurture you and love you. So what was that adjusting to being a stepmom? Was once you got married?
Yeah. I feel like, well, with them calling me Camille, I've always told them like, just call me whatever feels comfortable.
Yeah.
And there was like a little time period where Chloe was like, I want to call you mom. That never happened because she has a mom, and like I wouldn't, now having Lennon, I'm like, I wouldn't want that.
I'm sure now
like,
that having your own kid, you're
I'm like, I would never do that. I would never do that. So I'm glad that they just call me Camille, but from the beginning I was like, whatever is comfortable, because the kids, like, they didn't get to choose this. And so I just try and make it like
as seamless as possible.
Yeah. And like just as comfortable as I can.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you get married during COVID, right?
Yes.
Because I remember you had like a ceremony at like with like just your parents.
Yeah.
And then you had your wedding.
Yeah.
At the Munday's beautiful mansion.
Yeah.
Was it ever intimidating marrying into his family? Because they're just so rich. And they have an accent, and it's like very intimidating. They're classy people.
Well, and they also are a big family. There's 6 kids in his family. So it for sure.
And everyone's beautiful.
Yeah.
Everyone's beautiful and nice. And just
they're
like,
all kind.
You're like, what?
Yeah.
Whoa, are you guys aliens? Like, what's happening?
So it was for sure intimidating. Even like, I've always said this, his mom and his sister scared me the most. And they know this. They know I was going to say this. But they like scared me the most because they were so protective over Sam and the kids. Yeah. Which I love.
Totally
but now,
understandable.
Like, they're some of my closest like friends, and I love them to death. But yeah, it was intimidating. And I think the Mundays like are very misunderstood because they do come from, well, they have money. Yeah. But like Sam's parents came from nothing. Yeah. Like absolutely nothing. And so when you first meet them, you'd never know.
You'd never know.
They're
you never
just,
know
like,
that they have a
so
full-on
kind.
soccer field in their backyard.
Yeah, you would just never know. They're just the sweetest.
I love that.
Sweetest people. Yeah.
That's the best. I love the stories of people who start from nothing and like work their way up. That's what I'm trying to be.
Same.
Like, I'm trying to be that. Like, I came from nothing.
Get there.
My parents are like, okay, spoiled brat. We were middle class. Okay, don't like say you came from nothing, but kind of, mom.
Yeah.
No, but I grew up in like a rich area, so I feel like I came from nothing. So I'm like, Mom, we didn't have a basketball court in our house, so we were poor.
Movie theater?
We didn't have a movie theater. We didn't have a hot tub. We didn't have a pool. I had a trampoline. Like that's about it. And it wasn't even an underground trampoline. It was like the one you bought at Costco and you set up. Yeah. Like very unsafe. Yeah. So okay, so you're a little intimidated, but now you love them, best friends. Love them.
And so like fun. My sister-in-laws are also some of my best friends. Like I truly lucked out.
You did. Yeah. I bet family vacations are so fun with them.
They are fun. They're
a blast. So let's talk about you having your kid, because you have Lennon, who's 16 months old. Yeah. And how was that transition into being a mom?
It was rough. I'm not gonna lie. I had really bad postpartum anxiety and depression. And like I grew up with anxiety and depression, so I was like, I've got this. Like even if I have postpartum, I got this. Postpartum is a whole another level.
No, I totally get you.
Yeah, it was intense. And so I immediately got on Xanax and Zoloft.
Understandable.
Yeah. And like once all that kicked in, I mean, I still like with breastfeeding, you still struggle with hormones. So it honestly wasn't until after I was done breastfeeding that I finally felt like myself. But now it's the best thing.
Is it so fun?
It's the best.
Do you feel like having Lennon brought your blended family closer together, or did it make things a little harder?
I feel like it definitely brought us closer, like 1,000%, especially with me and my stepson. He's the best older brother, like the sweetest. And so I feel like it just gave us something to like bond over. Yeah. So for sure made us closer.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
And so do you want more kids?
Yeah, eventually.
Eventually.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm just scared. PTSD from
no, it's
real.
real.
Yeah.
I'm pregnant and I'm freaking out. I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Because my
Yeah.
postpartum was so bad.
Was it?
I'm like, I can't even imagine going through that again
Yeah.
with 2 kids. So I'm like,
Well, I'm
please.
here if you ever need to like need someone who
I'm
understands.
like, I'm gonna need some serious mental
Yeah.
breakdown vent sessions
Vent to me.
because
I understand it.
it's hard when
Yeah.
your hormones are just out of whack
It's
and
insane.
you love your baby, but you
Mhm.
just don't feel like yourself and you don't
Yeah.
feel like you're good enough to take
Mhm.
care of this baby, and you're like, what am I doing?
Yeah. It's
So it's a lot.
crazy.
So it's understandable that you're like, I don't know
Just
yet.
giving it some time.
But how many, if you knew that you would never have postpartum depression, anxiety ever again, how many babies would you have?
I want 2 more.
2 more?
Yeah.
That's
But
a good
like
number.
with postpartum, I'm like, we'll play it by ear.
Yeah, one by one,
Mhm.
and we'll just see how it goes.
See.
No, I love that. So you still are a TikToker.
Yeah.
You're part of the Momtok clan,
Mhm.
and shit kind of hit the fan last year.
Yeah.
How was that affecting your mental health when like friendships were breaking and you were losing friends, having to end friendships,
Yeah.
and just dealing with all the shit that came with it?
Yeah.
And you had just had a baby.
I know. Going through my postpartum.
Yeah. So how was your mental health during that?
So I feel like what some people don't know is I had friendships that ended months before. So, I mean, going through a friend breakup is hard as
Yeah.
is. But then when shiz hit the fan, I feel like, my mental health was not great. Just with all the hate coming at me
Yeah.
all at the same time. And it was a lot. And yeah, so it was not the best times. But thankfully I had like family and friends who surrounded me, who reminded me every day that like these people don't know me and they don't know
anything.
Yeah. So
You had that.
yeah, I wouldn't have made it through without them.
Because, yeah, you have people making rumors. You have people talking about you,
Yeah.
making assumptions about your life.
Mhm.
And that can break you down. At some point, you're like,
Yeah.
I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
Did you ever want to stop TikTok?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it got to a point where they were hating on every part of my life, like who I was as a mom, as a wife, my looks, which, I mean, luckily I'm a lot stronger than I was in high school, but like that's rough too.
Yeah.
And just like going through that, it kind of helped me be like, no, I want to stand up for people, just like against hate, because there could be a girl in high school in the same mindset that I was at on TikTok getting this hate, and like I couldn't there's no way I could have made it.
Yeah.
So I just like, I wish so badly that the hate would just stop.
Does it still happen? Do you still feel like you get hate?
Yeah, not as much. During that time, it was just a lot. And I'm
Yeah.
not going to lie, I blocked a lot of people.
As you should. It's your platform.
Yeah.
You should keep it a safe place.
Yeah, my mental health, I was just like, I don't know. I couldn't do it anymore. So I was like,
Are you more cautious now moving forward, like with how you make friendships in the TikTok community? Like, do you still want to like be at Mom Talk events and like be in the crowd? Or are you kind of like, I want to like take a step back? Or are you good now?
Well, so I met incredible women through Mom
Yeah.
Talk. Love them. They're amazing. I do feel like during that time, my identity was the girl from Mom Talk.
Yeah.
So I think right now I'm just trying to focus on creating my own identity as Camille Munday, and not just, the girl in Mom Talk.
The Mom Talker.
But those girls are amazing, and I cherish that time I had.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, and now there's the reality show.
Mhm.
Would you ever do a reality show?
I don't think I could.
Yeah.
Me and my husband definitely like talked about it.
Yeah.
But we just don't think it's right for our family, and like my mental health comes first, and I can't even imagine.
No, I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
I'm like nervous for them.
Yeah.
I'm like, I could never.
No.
You don't know how they're going to portray you. You don't know what they're showing or what they're saying.
And I think just like the more attention you get, the more hate, no matter what you do.
Absolutely.
Like you could be doing everything right and you're still going to get hate.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I just don't think I could do a show.
No, I'm totally with you on that.
Yeah.
Totally. So how do you balance still doing TikTok, being a stepmom, being a mom, being a wife? Like, how do you do all of it? Because every time I have a TikToker on
Yeah.
and we talk about it, I always say, like, people don't understand how much work it takes to be consistent on TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah, the benefits outweigh it for sure. Like, you get free stuff and you get to make money, but like, you have to always be like thinking of content, filming content. I tried to do a day in a life yesterday, gave up at like 11 a.m. I was like, I don't have time to set up my phone and like pull my kids out of a car seat and then go grab my phone and then go close my garage and then film myself closing the garage. And then, like, no.
Especially because I'm running late 70% of the time.
Like, do you guys just have to like wake up 7 hours in advance? And I don't get it. I don't get it.
No, I don't. Like, I truly don't get it either. Because I have to pick.
Yeah.
What do I want to do today? Do I want to clean my house? Or do I want to make content?
Yeah.
You know, like, it's just, there's.
Or film yourself clean your house, and that is your content.
Yeah, but then it takes
extra time because you're like, I need to get this angle of me scrubbing the toilet. 1 second. Let me grab my tripod.
Yeah.
No, totally.
Yeah, no, I don't know how people do it. I truly am still trying to figure it out.
Do you love it though?
Yeah. No, I for sure do.
Would you be scared if it went away?
Honestly, no.
No.
I just feel like TikTok is probably the most negative platform. And so, I mean, I have a love-hate relationship with it. Like, I see so much beauty in it. I truly do. And I've loved making TikToks. But then at the same time, like, I could click on anyone's comment section and see a hate comment.
Yeah.
No matter what it is. And I just hate that. Like, I hate that so much. And so a part of me is like, if it does go away, well, you know.
Would you get Lemon 8 or whatever it's called?
I'd have one. I haven't posted it anywhere.
Everyone go follow Camille Munday on Lemon 8. Okay.
But I also feel like YouTube Shorts is a good.
Yeah.
Do you have YouTube Shorts?
Yeah. Well, we post like little clips of like just the podcast onto Utah Shorts, YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
Because we're on YouTube. Everyone go subscribe. But to me, if TikTok was gone, I would probably free up about 4 hours of my day.
1,000%.
Like,
yes.
It really would.
Yeah. But like, it's fun.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally.
Scrolling.
Well, and it's not like your main source of income.
No.
So you kind of are like, if it goes, like, I'll be okay.
Yeah.
A lot of people, like, that is their income. That's their livelihood.
That's
like,
so true.
their husbands don't work. And I would probably be shitting myself if I was them.
Yeah.
But no, for me, it would be great. I'm like, I'm not TikTok famous. This would just save my time. And I probably help my mental health. And maybe it should go away.
I know. No, I hope it doesn't for those people that.
Totally, though. Yeah.
But I don't know.
So you wouldn't cry if it was gone?
I mean, maybe.
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe a tiny
Miss it
bit.
a little bit. What's your biggest goal for yourself this year?
I feel like my answer is so just like cheesy, but honestly, my health.
That.
I have put my health on the back burner for so long. And I don't know if you know, but I have PCOS.
You do.
Yeah. And so like health is, I need to be focusing on it. And so I actually met with a nutritionist last week.
Oh, I saw you post about this.
And I think I'm finally going to focus on my health because like with PCOS, health is massive.
Massive.
Like what you intake, and half of my diet is candy. So
that's awesome. We love that.
Like bad.
You have a great metabolism, apparently. So
no, I'm
because
sugar
is. I mean, if I eat a ton of sugar, my face swells up the way it does when I'm pregnant. So like sugar for me is like no bueno.
Yeah, no, it's no bueno for me too.
It's actually no bueno for nobody. Like sugar is like crack cocaine and nobody should eat it.
I know.
But that's what makes us eat it is because it is crack cocaine. And you have one bite and you want another one.
Oh yeah.
Like triggers something in your brain. And you're like, give me another Kit Kat.
Straight up.
Immediately.
Yeah. I eat something healthy and I'm like, I gotta have sugar after.
Yeah. Oh, dessert. The dessert bug.
100%.
Do you like candy or chocolate?
Candy.
So what's your favorite?
Oh, gumballs. As weird as that sounds.
Okay, like gumballs are like not even candy. That's gum. You spit it out. You don't even swallow it.
I know, but
or do you swallow it? Do you swallow your gum?
I mean, I have, but no.
Is that like a real thing where if you like swallow your gum, it's bad for you? Or did they just teach us that to like make us not swallow our gum?
I mean, I'd be shocked if it was not bad for you.
I think about all the other stuff I put
But
in
then
my
also,
body.
that's true.
Like swallowing Cheetos is probably not good either.
That's true.
Like,
That's so true.
I think the gum's fine. But
Didn't you hear, like,
gumballs,
growing up, they were like, no, it stays in your stomach.
yeah, like it takes like 20 years to
Yeah.
digest.
I'm like, no way.
I'm like, okay, so this tiny little piece of gum, like who cares?
Yeah. Except
But then I guess
unless
unless you're Camille Munday
Over
and you have
20 years.
Camille gum,
Yeah.
you have Camille gum, you have gumballs every single day.
yeah.
Gumballs, interesting.
I know.
Why?
It's random. I don't know. It's the taste.
Do you like the big ones or the little ones?
All. Everything.
Okay. Do you have a gumball machine at your house?
No, but I should.
You should get one.
I should.
I'm surprised Sam hasn't gotten you one for like a gift, like
Sam?
Mother's Day.
Sam, if you're listening.
Gumball, easy, easy gift.
I love them.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
should have gotten you gumballs. Other than gumballs, is there another favorite? Something that you
honestly,
actually can swallow? That's like edible?
just everything. I'm
Do you like
not
sour?
even lie. Yeah. Everything.
Have you had candy from Jolly's?
No.
So Jason, the modern dad, he brought me like a big basket of candy from the Jollies in Sugar House. It's like this cute little store.
Never even heard of it.
Best candy.
Stop.
You'll have to go.
Don't
It's
tell
so
me
good.
that.
And if you like sour, they have like these sugar lips. They're red, like cherry sugar lips. So good.
Okay, and the bad thing is Sam is also a gummy fanatic.
Gummies are just better.
So we're just like, it's one thing if like your spouse is like, no, ew.
like,
But
and be
when
healthy.
we both love it, it's bad.
No, it's fine though, because like you're both hot, so you can like just eat candy together
No.
and get fat
My
together.
PCOS is saying, please don't.
please
Please
eat
stop.
healthy, Camille.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess you can start if you want to. But thank you so much for letting me dumpster deep dive into you.
Yeah,
That
of
was fun. Are you ready to take
course.
out trash?
Yeah.
Speaking of being healthy, do you drink greens?
Yes. Mixers.
Well, mixers is great.
Yeah.
I haven't had mixers though in a hot minute because now I drink better greens.
Okay.
Have you
Wait.
ever had better greens?
I've heard that they are.
You need to try it.
insane. Yeah.
So today's personal trash is sponsored by Better Greens,
Okay.
and I like their caffeinated greens because I don't drink soda. Do you drink soda? Are you like
Yeah,
a swig girl?
I am.
Of course, Utah. I don't drink soda. So like the only caffeine I have is like my pre-workout, like my Bucked Up.
Yeah.
But when I'm pregnant, I can't have it because it's like way too much caffeine.
Yeah.
So the caffeinated greens from Better Days are so good. They have peach limeade, strawberry pineapple. I literally can't talk today. And both are amazing. There's also the uncaffeinated version. But as a mom, I'll take any caffeine I can consume.
Oh yeah.
Especially pregnant, like I can only take a little amount. So I'm like, give it to like I drank it before you came because I was like, I am so freaking tired.
Yeah.
So it is the best. They also sell bundles with the collagen mix, the hormone mix, the sleep mix, and the Better Glow mix to like help your pretty skin. So if you want to try Better Days, go to betterdayco.com and get 10% off your order when you use code weeklytrash and know that you are supporting trash. So thank you. What's your personal trash for the week?
I don't.
You celebrated Easter.
Yeah. Celebrated Easter. Got new hair. Actually,
I
had a sex toy brand reach out to me.
please do it. What sex toy?
I don't know, but
Do
I'm
you-
scared.
Do you use sex toys?
Yeah, but like, I don't know that I would ever promote it.
Yeah, like that's not really your brand.
Yeah.
But like
But like, have I thought about it?
if the money's good and the toy's good, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do they want you to promote on TikTok or Instagram?
I think it's TikTok.
Then do it 1,000%.
You think?
1,000%.
If you tell me to, it's fine. I will.
1,000%. I reached out. I talked about a sex toy on an episode. It was a cock ring,
Yeah.
and it's called like the Voodoo cock ring. I put a link in my bio.
Never
It got
even
like
heard of it.
1,000 clicks, and literally so many people bought it. But I didn't get any like commission or anything because it was just like me sharing it.
Yeah.
So I reached out to them and I'm like, can you like give me like an affiliate link or something? No response. I was like, I just sold 1,000 cock
They're like,
rings.
thank you. Bye.
Like, no, I love cock rings. That's like the only sex toy I use.
literally never heard of that.
What?
So where?
What sex toy do you use?
Just a vibrator?
But like,
Am I lame?
here's the thing. Vibrators for me, I don't understand because it's like a solo thing. It's like he either holds it
Yeah.
or I hold it, but like
Yeah.
we don't have sex at the same time. I guess you could hold it. Okay, this is like so TMI, but welcome to Weekly Trash. You could like put it on your clit while like he's inside of you.
Yeah.
But the cock ring is the best because he wears it so you get the vibration while he's inside of you.
How come I'm just hearing
Okay,
about
I'm going to
this?
send you a link. I will link this toy again for everybody who needs it. It is the only sex toy I use, and it is marvelous.
Okay.
Marvelous.
I'll have to go look.
So you'll have to ask this company if they have a cock ring that you can promote. But I promise you mine's better. Unless it's the same one. I don't know.
Might be.
Did they just say like pick a toy and post it?
I didn't really ask for details yet because I'm like trying to decide, is this something
Yeah.
that I want to do?
Are you that
know?
kind of influencer?
Yeah.
I am if they want to reach out to me.
I'll tell them.
I'll be like, I'll promote sex toys.
I'll say I
all
might, but I
day
do
long.
know
All day
someone.
long. Thing is, like, I'm not experienced in sex toys. Like, I really
Same.
only use that one.
Yeah.
But like, there's some
sounds like you have a
crazy
good
ones.
one.
There's some crazy ones out there.
Yeah.
Like, there's one that like blows air on your clit.
Never.
It's
even
called
heard
like
of
the
that one.
flower or something. Oh yeah, it was my friend's bachelorette party, and we went to the store, him and her, in American Fork.
Yeah.
Or husband and wife. It's like on Main Street on American Fork.
Yeah.
And we just like, they have like a back room that you can go into where like all the really kinky stuff is. And we were just in shock. We were like, wow, this is how people live. Like, some people have some really cool sex.
I know. I'm interested.
And I'm not one of those people. I'm pretty lame, I guess.
It's okay. You have some years.
Yeah. That's the thing. I'm
ahead
like,
of you.
we can start pulling out bondage at like year 10.
Yeah. We're good now.
I don't need the handcuffs and the whip and
Yeah.
the anal plugs,
Yeah, we're
but
good.
like, we're fine.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting. I hope you
We'll
take it.
see.
I hope
If
you
you
take-
see it, if you see me,
I will share it. I will like it. I will
Please
comment. I will buy
comment.
it. I will use your code.
thank you.
Any other personal trash? Any good shows you've been watching? Food you've been eating other than gumballs?
Honestly, there's a salmon. Have you heard of Under Wraps?
No. What is
It's
it?
an American Fork.
Is it a sandwich place?
No, it's like a Japanese place.
It's called Under Wraps.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's like, it has this teriyaki salmon.
Mm.
I am not kidding.
Love
I crave
language.
it every single day.
That sounds
Every day
amazing.
of my life.
Is it just like salmon with rice?
Yeah. And like the sauce and some veggies.
Under Wraps. American
You have
Fork.
to go try it.
Is it new?
Yeah, newish. We found it because like this TikTok food page did a review and they gave them a 10 out of 10, which
That's
you know.
huge.
Yeah.
Okay, I need
So
to go.
everyone,
Are they
go
on
Under Wraps.
DoorDash? I'm like, I swear all I do is
Yeah.
DoorDash lately.
except they might not.
They
come to
probably
you.
won't come to my freaking winter wonder hell of a house.
Yeah.
Freaking the snow. I'm gonna
Your
die.
snow is insane.
That's like everyone in Utah's personal trash. I feel like is snow. It's like, go away.
Yeah.
We don't want you anymore.
Yeah.
Give us spring. But now it's like gonna be in the 70s and it's all gonna melt and I'm gonna get a flood.
I was gonna say we're gonna have a flood.
Like, it's not
Are
okay.
you though?
I feel like if we open up this window well is full of snow. So I'm not sure what my husband's plan is with that.
Yeah.
We thought for sure our cold storage would flood. So we'll find out because there's like no way to get to like the window well for that
Yeah.
because there is no window well for the cold storage.
Gee.
It just kind of like sinks through. So we'll see.
Keep me updated.
See if you, I'm sure everyone will know because I'll be posting on Instagram crying like my basement.
I don't blame you.
That's like my biggest fear is like walking downstairs and it's just a puddle.
Oh yeah, because we're in the basement.
Yeah. Like, and we finished this 2 summers ago. So like all that money just goes down the drain.
Just shovel all your snow into
I
the
know. Call
neighbor.
every man that we know and say,
Yeah.
we will pay you in French fries and Chick-fil-A if you will just come and shovel for hours. Because it'll probably take forever.
No, I was shocked at how much snow you have
I know.
when I came up.
And like it takes up all the road. We have like just one lane to drive.
Terrifying. And it's literally a wall.
No, it's like a
next to you.
tunnel. It's like you're
Yeah.
driving into a tunnel.
It's scary.
Well, I'm going to have to try Unwrapped. Other than snow, my personal trash is Tsunami Sushi gifted me chocolate last night.
I saw
I have never felt more cool in my whole life. So I go to Tsunami at least once a week, sometimes twice a week. And I've been doing that since I was 18. Like, kid you not, almost 10 years.
that. Okay.
And I think people were confused because they thought that Tsunami gifted it to me because I like talk about it on Weekly Trash. No.
Yeah.
They gave it to me because I spent so much fucking money there that they were like, let's give her free chocolate because that's equivalent to.
How do they know?
Because I'm a VIP member. I have like a phone number that I like put in every time I go and it like gives me points. And
Wait, for real?
Yeah, I've probably accumulated like 1 million points at this point in my life.
I didn't even know
So
that
we
was a
went to my
thing.
friend's birthday dinner.
Mhm.
And I'm sitting down and this sweet lady comes up to me with this present and a card. And she's like, "Are you Josie? We've been meaning to give this to you." And I'm like, at first I'm like, is this a joke? Like, is somebody like pulling a prank on me right now? And I was like, it's me. And it was like something that they gave to all their VIPs for the new year, but they just hadn't been able to give it to me, which is crazy because I've been in multiple times since the new year, but I guess they just never saw me.
Yeah.
And she brings it to me and it's this legit tsunami box of sushi with like custom like chocolates that say tsunami on them and a card. And I was like, okay, so can I get a gift card too? Like, do I get anything else? And then the manager came up and was like, "We just wanted to say thank you for being a loyal customer." And I was like, this is the coolest day of my life.
Was the chocolate good?
I had a bite of one. I want to like do a TikTok and try every single one because it's like all different box of chocolates and like have my kid eat it with me and see like if I go viral because TikTok loves eating and kids.
They do. Food.
Everyone's like, don't use your kids as content. I'm like, I never do, but maybe I should because
every once in a while, you know,
I mean, they're just so cute.
That's how I feel.
Like I want to show how cute my kid is.
Yeah.
So maybe me and Bentley, my daughter, who's 4, maybe we'll do a chocolate review. Because I would do it with my husband, but he's so lame. He would never. He's like, don't show me on any social media platform ever. I'm like, okay, you're so lame.
Do it with Bentley. I want to see.
I think it'd be fun. So that happened to me. That was really cool. And then my husband scared the shit out of me when he came back from his golf trip.
I saw that too.
He was gone. He was supposed to be gone for a week, Tuesday to Tuesday. And it was Sunday. I FaceTimed him at like 7 and he was still in St. George. And I was like, okay, like see you on Tuesday. Yada, yada. Go to sleep, turn on my alarm, have my dogs in my house because I'm like extra usually they sleep in the garage, but if Caleb's gone, I'm like, no, you're sleeping in the house. Yeah. So you can like kill somebody if they walk in. Lock all the doors, do the alarm, go to sleep. 1 a.m, I'm like, I feel this presence like above me. And I like turn around, I wake up. I haven't screamed so loud in my life. I think I peed a little bit. My heart pounded. Like I almost punched him in the face. I saw my life, my kids' lives like flash before my eyes. And then I registered. No, it was the most terrifying 5 seconds of my life. And it was Caleb. And he was like, "It's me. It's your husband. It's your husband." I'm like, why the hell are you here right now? Like, I'm happy you're here, but what made you think this was a good idea to scare and surprise your 30-week pregnant wife? He's like, "I thought you'd be happy." And I'm like, at 1:30 in the morning, like I thought you were a serial killer. He was like, "Well, who else would it be? The dogs are in here. You would have heard him bark if it was a serial killer." I'm like, what if they shot my dogs before they came upstairs? Like,
I was crying laughing when you posted it on Instagram.
That's terrifying, right?
So hard.
Like, wouldn't you be so scared if Sam did that?
1000%.
Like, you aren't expecting a man in your home, and then there's a man at 1:30 in the morning as you're dead asleep. Yeah. No, I'd reenact my scream, but it would kill everyone's eardrums. It was terrifying. So that was my personal trash. Pop culture trash. Are you into pop culture?
Like some.
Do you keep up?
A little.
The stories aren't like crazy, but Gwyneth Paltrow won her trial here in Utah. She was in trial for hitting a skier in Park City.
Yeah, in like 2016, right?
Yeah.
Like
and
forever ago.
He wanted to sue her for a crazy amount of like, I think it was like $3 million. Then he dropped it to $300,000. Yeah. And she wanted to countersue for $1 and all of her legal fees. And she won. But did you see the TikTok clips of like the lawyers and stuff?
No.
Oh.
What?
His lawyer, she was like probably 50, was fangirling over Gwyneth Paltrow the entire time.
Stop.
It was so unprofessional and cringe to watch. Like, she was like, "Oh, your ski outfits. I mean, your ski outfits are probably better than my ski outfits." Like, trying to like make small talk with her as if they're like at a freaking coffee shop together. And Gwyneth Paltrow's like, "What is happening?" And then she was like, "Are you close to Taylor Swift?" Like, asking her questions about, and the Gwyneth lawyer was like, "Relevance. How is this relevant? Like, what is happening?" It was so cringe. You didn't see any of those? No. My whole TikTok feed was like making fun of this lawyer.
See, I feel like my TikTok feed is like
dances. What is your TikTok feed?
Like Love Island for a while, but then now that's
your Love Island girl.
Then it was Bachelor.
Okay.
Now it's Love is Blind.
Are you watching Love is Blind?
Yeah.
Okay, so we can talk about it then. I'm excited. Yeah. I'm excited. So yeah, Gwen won. Happy for Gwen. Good. I still think it's just so crazy that happened so long ago and it's just now getting figured out.
Why? And why did she sue for $1? Maybe that's a stupid
question.
question.
She said it's just like
She had to do something.
Yeah, she wanted to do it to like make a point.
Okay.
Because like obviously this guy can't pay her a ton of money. He's an optometrist, like an eye doctor, retired optometrist.
Yeah.
And she was like, it's just more of like the purpose or like the concept of like winning to show you that you were in the wrong. I don't really care about the money part. It's
Kinda
just
love
like,
that.
yeah. So she won.
Good.
Kelsey Ballerini and Chase Stokes have their first red carpet debut. And I have not been on board with them for a minute.
You haven't?
Because Chase to me seems sketch.
Really?
I've said this in another episode, but he did an interview with Jimmy Fallon, or maybe it was Jimmy Kimmel, and he talks about how he blackmailed one of his old bosses and how he like lived in a parking garage and how he would like basically steal and just like literally was like a real life John B.
What?
And so I've never like loved him.
Yeah.
And so I've just kind of been like, whatever. Like, yeah, get your hot John B. D.
Yeah.
Like have some hot sex and then like move on, Kelsey.
Yeah.
But now I think I like him.
Well, my TikTok is also full of them.
Yeah.
And he's just like, there was one where he was singing her songs.
Total hype guy.
Yeah.
Love it. Love to see
that.
it. But then I had a couple actual people message me and be like, but do we think it's a publicity couple, like a fake couple? But I'm like, what would they have to gain from that? Because like Kelsey's already like at the top of her career.
Yeah.
And then he's John B. Outer Banks. Everyone's obsessed.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like it would be publicity.
You never know, though. I didn't even think about that.
I didn't either. Because I was like, what? But then I was like,
yeah.
Interesting.
Maybe.
So I'd love to know your guys' thoughts if you think it's publicity or not. Because I think they actually do love each other.
Do you? I feel like I need to do more research now. Now I'm interested.
And like they're age appropriate for each other. They're like the same age.
That's good.
And when they first posted, like it wasn't like a hard launch. It was like kind of sneaky, which makes me think it was real.
Yeah.
I don't know. Speaking of other couples, Bad Bunny and Kendall Jenner are caught horseback riding together. Did you see the photo?
Saw that. Yes.
Is it me or like is that the most unattractive thing on the planet? Seeing a woman on the front of a horse and a man on the back.
I didn't even think about it.
Like I hate this so much. I hate it so much. It's like kind of equivalent to when a woman's driving and the man's in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Okay, but I feel like it'd be different if he was a little bit taller. I feel like since they're the same height,
Like it literally looks like her little brother is riding on the horse with her.
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
That's
It makes me feel so uncomfortable. Everyone's like, that's so cute. I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not. Just get him a horse. You both can ride a horse.
Okay, but do we like Bad Bunny? I don't know.
I don't know any of his songs.
I don't know anything about him.
All I know is that he's huge in the Latin community. His name's obviously not Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
He has like a real name. I don't know what it is, but he looks to me very similar to her ex. What's his face? The basketball player. Can't remember his name.
I can't remember.
So she has a type. She likes dark hair. She likes tall guys. But I don't really care for Bad Bunny, but I also don't really care for Kendall Jenner. I think she's the most boring Kardashian.
Yeah, I do think
Jenner
she's flawless.
ever. Well, yeah. Her face
Naturally
is just
freaking-
perfection.
yeah.
But I just can't get over like this weird photo of them on a horse. Like if you think this is attractive, like we're not the same. Like that is the most unromantic thing on the planet ever.
I'm
like,
never
ever.
going horseback riding with Sam ever.
Well, if you did, wouldn't Sam be in front?
I don't know. I've never even thought about that.
Like that would be like a motorcycle ride. And
Oh,
you
you're
are driving the
right. You're
motorcycle
right.
and Sam's holding on to you as you're driving the motorcycle. That is so not attractive. And like I get it, like Bad Bunny probably doesn't know how to ride a horse.
They
just
said
like
that he did.
okay, well then that makes it even worse. See, I didn't even read the article.
That
I
he
sent you
rides-
the article and I didn't even read
I
it
read
because
it.
I just looked at this picture and said, "Ew." Like no.
No, it said that he like in some music videos he's like ridden horses.
Oh yeah, he said it's hard to say who's the better and more experienced rider. Okay, so he does know how to ride,
Yes.
and that was the situation of the sitting.
Yeah.
Okay, not here for it. I hate it. I hate it so much. This was a new one that I just added. Kanye West is sued over the Donda Academy for allegedly only, I don't know why I think this is so funny, only feeding kids sushi.
I read that one when you sent it to me.
Like, I want to go to that school.
But like bizarre. Did you read
How-
everything?
Yes.
else?
So Kanye West's private Christian school only feeds students one thing for lunch, sushi, and they apparently have to eat it on the floor without tables or chairs. This is according to the new lawsuit. Among the alleged issues, The women say the only lunch option available is the sushi every single day, and they are not allowed to bring any outside food or drink except for water. The suit claims that Kanye spends $10,000 a week on sushi. I don't get it. The suit alleges that Kanye did not allow artwork to be hung on the walls. No one was allowed to wear jewelry simply because he did not like jewelry. The teachers even claim Kanye didn't allow chairs, forcing children to sit on foam cushions and stand, while teachers were regulated to standing or using a stool. The Donde Academy, the suit says, required everyone to wear black from head to toe, and Nike and Adidas brands were forbidden. The teachers claimed that the school doors were physically locked from the outside. During the school day, the students weren't allowed to go outside until they went home, with the entire school, pre-kindergarten through 12th grade, taking lunch and recess at the same time indoors. It's very creepy. Sounds like the creepiest school ever.
I think I'm just really confused. Like,
who was going to that school is what I want to know.
Yeah.
Because his kids weren't going to that school.
And, like, what parents, their kids come home and say, hey, this is what's happening. What parents are like,
that works for me.
That's cool.
No, Kanye lovers who like must follow his cult or something.
Yeah.
But the sushi part, I can totally get on board.
Yeah.
Like totally get on board.
And $10,000 a week, that's good sushi.
Like he would for sure be a Tsunami Awards member. Like
for sure
he'd be getting all the chocolate boxes.
Yeah.
But that is so creepy and weird that I didn't even know he had a school.
I didn't either.
But like the photo of the kids all in black. It's giving like Balenciaga creepy ad campaign.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
And they say no Nike and Adidas brands were forbidden, but all the kids are wearing Yeezys. So make it make sense.
Maybe he gifted them.
He's like, no Nike and Adidas unless it's Yeezys. Then you can wear Adidas. But I guess Adidas cut off Yeezys. So maybe
they?
Yeah, when everything came out, when he said all the crazy Jewish comments that he's just a psycho, then they were like, we're not going to work with you because you're anti-Semitic psychopath.
Maybe he had a bunch of extras. And
he was like, I need to get rid of these. So here we go. Next is Jen Shaw. Do you watch Housewives?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you know who she is?
Yeah.
So she apparently is doing a play. I don't get this article whatsoever. I pulled up on my phone because it's not showing up on here. But she is starting and writing a play in jail.
How? That's my question.
If you watch Real Housewives and you like know her personality, I feel like this is not too surprising because she wants to be like the star of every show.
Yeah.
But she is creating a play with her fellow inmates, and the title is Real Housewives of Bryan because they are in the camp in Bryan, Texas, the jail. And despite her busy schedule of playwriting and teaching, the convicted felon also has been keeping up with her fitness. She's lost about 15 pounds from working out daily and eating less as she finds food subpar. She doesn't like the prison foods. Shocker. Oh. She's also been practicing her faith, and so she's fasting and praying daily with other Muslim inmates and hopes to have her play be very successful within the prison.
But like how? Is she even allowed?
Oh, I think it's like her and the inmates, like their daily activity, like their recess.
And she just hires like a camera crew?
Well, no, I don't think it's like going to be legit.
Oh.
I think it's just like they're going to like do a little
just
play
fun.
in the prison.
Interesting.
Like High School Musical.
Kind of want them to record it.
I think they should.
Yeah.
And then give all the money that it makes to the people that she stole from.
1,000%.
I think that's actually genius.
Yeah. Let's tell them.
I think that's a really good idea. But then don't take it off of her payments that she has to pay. Like she still has to pay, but like give the money anyways.
Yeah.
I like really don't like Jen
smart.
Shaw, so I think she should pay for everything she's done. But reality TV trash. We need to talk about Love is Blind. Are you all caught up?
Yeah.
Okay. So
are we allowed to talk about being caught up? Like everything?
Yes. Okay. Let's talk about it. If people aren't caught up, like fast forward to TrashTopiCan. But we're talking about it.
Okay.
Irina, her apology video.
I watched that when you sent it to me.
This might be a hot take. I don't think she's a mean girl. I think she's just immature.
I also think, which I don't know, but I feel like she's a little bit insecure too.
Oh, totally.
Because
you don't act that way if you are.
You can't act that way towards other people. Yeah.
No, I agree. Have you seen people that are like making like side by sides with her and Beans from Even Stevens?
No.
it's like spot on too. Like
Is
it's
it?
bad.
Oh,
It's
I need
bad.
to
I'll have to
see.
send you the TikTok. And
need
it's
to
like,
see.
how does this turn into this? Like that sound. And
Send
it's
it to
literally
me.
Beans and then her. And it's kind of crazy how much they look alike.
Really?
Because she called, what's his face? What's his name? I don't even know all their names.
Zach?
Zach, a cartoon character when they
Oh,
first
yeah,
met.
yeah.
Which Zach gives me the creeps, the heebie-jeebies. Like I
Yeah.
kind of felt for Irina. Like I wouldn't want to share a bed with him either.
Yeah.
But that was pretty shady of her to like flirt with her friend's
Mhm.
match.
But again, I think it goes back to just the
Insecurity.
insecurities.
Totally.
And like my heart breaks for her because
Yeah.
I'm like, I was once there and like you don't see your worth.
Yeah.
Which that doesn't excuse how she's acting.
Her
'cause
behavior. No.
No one
No.
should act like that.
No.
But I'm like, just,
Yeah. What do you think of Micah and her match? Do you think they'll make it? I don't think. I think the only people that make it are the Nike guy.
Yeah, I love them.
Why can't I think of any of their names right now?
The same. I'm the worst
Tiffany.
with names.
Is it Tiffany and? I'm gonna look up the cast names because I have to know. Love is blind.
No, I love that couple. With Micah, I don't love Micah. She was also giving me mean girl vibes.
Her and Irina to me just seem very immature.
Yeah.
They seem so immature to me.
Yeah.
And I think now also the producers saw that and they knew that they could manipulate things to make them look even worse.
Yeah.
Because every show needs the bad guy.
Yeah.
And so I think that has a big part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think Micah's match, what's his name? Okay, these are not the seasons I want. Paul. Do you think he's hot?
Like, yeah,
I think Paul's
in
attractive.
a weird way. Yeah.
He reminds me of the star of You, Joe Goldberg.
Yeah.
That's who he reminds me of.
Yeah, you're so
like
just like that vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're so right.
Yeah, so Tiffany and then the other guy's name, it's like showing me in like the weirdest order, like all these people. I'm
trying to remember.
Because we have Marshall, we have Micah, we have Kwam. Hate Kwam. Do you like Kwam?
I mean, I don't hate him, but I don't love him. She's just like there for me, you know?
I think Kwam is just playing with what's-her-face's heart.
That's true.
He's not really in it. And like he'll make comments like how being a dog dad is like so much work. And I'm like, he's like, we can't travel because we have a dog. My life will be so different without the dog. Like, I just don't know if I can do this. Like the dog. I'm like, okay, you're making excuses because you just don't really actually love her.
Yeah.
Because it's a dog.
And I feel like he's just like has hopes that Micah will be like, oh, never mind.
I know.
I want you.
Which Micah honestly I could see her doing that after the show.
Yeah.
Them like going on a date.
Because I honestly don't feel the chemistry between Micah and Paul. No, I just don't.
I don't either. Brett's the one I love.
Okay.
Tiffany and Brett.
Love them.
Brett has a huge penis.
Really?
Have you not seen the boner clip?
No.
I will send it to you.
On TikTok?
No, it literally, like, I noticed it and I filmed it on my phone because I could not believe they were showing it on the screen. It's when they first get to Mexico and they're like on their honeymoon phase, whatever, and they're making out and he tells her to get on top of him. And as she's going to straddle him, it like shows his boner.
What?
And I was shook. I was like,
I remember that
they just show this. Oh,
see that.
yeah, no. Who was it? Was it Jory that I was talking about it with? She's like, I was too distracted looking to see if she had Skims on. I'm like, oh, and I'm looking at his boner. Or maybe that was somebody who DM'd me. That was somebody who DM'd me that said that. They're like, I didn't even notice that. I was just trying to figure out if she was wearing Skims. And I'm like, and I'm looking at his crotch. Oh, there we go.
That's so funny.
No,
I love them though.
Chelsea's the girl that Quam's with.
And I like her. I do.
I like her. I feel bad. I think her heart is going to be super broken after this. And that makes me sad.
Especially even if like everything's fine. Just watching the show, how is her heart not going to be broken? The way he talks to Micah?
No. I can't.
Like,
I can't. It's always the couple that like right off the bat acts like they have all this chemistry and that everything's great. Yeah. But like one of them secretly has like love for the other one and you see it coming. Like you see it coming, you know it's not going to work and you just watch their whole relationship explode because you know there's no way you can move past that.
Who's that other girl with the really curly hair?
Jackie.
Do you like her?
I liked her until they got home.
Yeah.
Like in Mexico, I was like, oh, she's funny. Like she was saying crazy stuff. She was like super real.
Yeah.
And then like the way she treats Marshall, I'm like, he's perfect.
He's so sweet.
Making her breakfast, so patient with her.
Yeah.
Like she obviously has a lot of like issues. I think she has a really hard upbringing. Her family life sounds kind of messy.
Yeah.
And she's just not used to being loved. Like she doesn't even know how to like.
And she like pushes it away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that too.
And what's that guy's name that like showed up at the dinner? That's so annoying. That's
Josh.
I hate him.
Is that his name?
I have no idea. I couldn't find his picture.
I feel like
Yep, Josh D.
Yeah.
I hate him.
Okay, I kind of liked him at the very beginning, like in the pods.
In the pods, yeah.
But then when he came, I don't know if he was drunk.
He had to be on something. The way he was talking to Marshall.
Insane.
And Marshall was like, do I beat you up or do I like say?
He's like, I don't know what to do.
Like, it was the craziest thing.
Yeah.
Because he was like, I love you, bro, but I'm going to start a fight and I'm going to take your girl, but you know I love you. Like, I got you.
It was after when Marshall was like, I don't even know what to do.
He was like, what the fuck was that? It was so awkward. It was so weird.
Yeah, but I kind of love that they like brought those people back because I always wanted to see like
totally the dynamic.
Yeah.
Well, on TikTok, there's a spoiler. Somebody saw Jackie and Josh at a baseball game together.
Stop.
Yeah, like this last week.
No.
So that's some juice.
Oh,
I don't know
like
where that'll go. I think Josh is ugly. I think Marshall's beautiful.
I think Marshall's just the sweetest.
My brother-in-law made fun of me. He was like, Marshall's the ugliest guy. And I'm like, are you kidding me? He looks like a mix of like Dr. Jackson Avery from Grey's Anatomy and like something else. I don't know what, but he's beautiful to me.
I just feel like he's so like good
so
to
sweet.
her.
And he was in the Navy.
Oh, he was?
I didn't know that. Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
I deep dived into him and it was like Navy or Army, one of the two, or Air Force. It was something that had to do with that stuff.
Yeah.
And he just like had this cute little like suit on and glasses and he looked so nerdy and cute.
But it's like when she was in the bathroom struggling and he was just so freaking sweet.
Just so patient.
Yeah. Oh, I love him.
He's a sweetheart. And like he just got casted on the wrong show. He should have been on like The Bachelor or something.
I don't know.
Even though The Bachelor's a crap show right now.
Once Chris left.
It's been the worst. Did you watch this last season?
Yeah.
See, I don't even, what's the guy's name? Zach? He's so ugly.
You think?
His personality that I'm seeing on TikTok clips are making me so cringe. I can't. I cannot.
He dealt with things.
Well, because didn't he have sex with one of the girls? But then he ended up proposing to the girl he didn't have sex with.
Yeah, and before, like he called it the love week. But what is it?
The fantasy suite.
Fantasy suite.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm not gonna have sex with anyone because I wouldn't do that to my fiance. I was like, okay, like we can respect that. And then he had sex with this one girl and then tells the girl the next day, like this new girl, his fiance, but she didn't know yet.
Yeah.
Tells her like, hey, I had sex with this girl. And she was like, I don't want to know. Like I knew coming into this week that was a possibility, but like to have you confirm it during our date.
Yeah. Kind of ruins it.
And so she was like, I don't want to even be affectionate with you right now. Like this is weird. And then he proposes to her.
And they're like acting like they're happy.
Yeah.
I think it's fake. I don't think they make it.
You don't think?
No.
I don't know. I don't even know these days.
What's crazy is I was listening to the podcast The Toast. They were talking about how their social media accounts, back in the day, if you went on The Bachelor or The Bachelorette, you would get like millions of followers. The girl who won, only has like 100,000 followers on Instagram.
What?
And Zach only has, I think, let me look it up. Isn't that crazy?
That shows like no one's watching it now.
Exactly. Like it does not. And like on TikTok, she has like 8,000.
What?
So his name, do you remember what her name was?
No.
See, Zach from The Bachelor has 197,000. That's it. And then she has, as the winner, 272.
That's bizarre.
And then like the girls, like the runner up that he had sex with, 216. Like
sad. They need to bring Chris back.
I know. I feel like Chris at this point is like,
so done.
Like you dug your grave. Now you guys can lie in it. Like you didn't want me anymore. Because it was like all like a play to like make it look like the Bachelor Nation and like the Bachelor team is like this woke, like we stand up for what's right. And it's like, okay, but yet you still have only had one Black Bachelor. Like like
Their next Bachelorette. I think it's Charity.
Oh, did they already pick it?
Yeah. And
That's the thing,
I
like,
loved her.
They need more diversity, and like people keep saying that, and then they don't do it. But then they fire Chris Harrison, and it's like he didn't do anything. Like he's not the one who picks people. He's not. All he did was stick up for Rachel and say, "Hey, let's not send her death threats." Which, looking back now, Rachel and Matt are literally still together.
Yeah.
They're
just.
So what was the point on hating on Chris?
I know. I loved Chris.
Like, go hate on the producers or like the people who make decisions. Like, Chris is just the reason we watched because he was the only host that could do it justice. Yeah. It's a shame. It really is a shame.
Anyways.
Well, so that means it's time for TrashTopiCan. But before that, TrashTopiCan is sponsored by Minky Couture, my favorite blankets. This is a Minky. I love it so much. But the Hugs Minky blankets are by far the best. I'm telling you, if you're going to spend money on a Minky, you have to do it with the Hugs. It's the best. I have a Grande and I have a Monster. Don't do anything smaller than a Grande or Monster. Because like this, I think is an adult. And it's like, you can't really snuggle with this. Like, you can like, but it's not big enough to like wrap around your body. Yeah. So go big or go home. Like you need the bigger size. Don't try to be cheap and save $30. Just get the bigger size. And I have one that was gifted to me and one that I bought. And the one I bought is like the orangey color. And the one that was gifted is like this brown, like mocha color. Both are just beautiful and yummy and great. And it's still snowing at my house. So I feel like I can justify buying more blankets. So use Weekly Trash 45 to get 45% off. And just know I'm so grateful if you use that code because you're paying for Weekly Trash. Okay. Here is, it's the best.
It really is. Our house is full of them because they're just the only.
I think I have like at least 12.
Oh, yeah. My stepkids are obsessed.
Oh, Brooks sleeps. He's a blankie boy. Yeah. Like 1,000%. So. All right, are you nervous?
Yeah. I don't even know what could be in here.
It's like a spider. It's like it's like. Did you ever watch Fear Factory? You can open it. Did you ever watch Fear Factory?
Yeah, I
that show.
That. What's the most trouble you've ever had to get yourself out of?
Okay. Oh. I feel like you don't get yourself into trouble ever.
No, one time.
Oh, I'm excited. Where's the popcorn?
One time. Okay, this is when I was living at home, so like nothing recent, but I was a pretty good kid.
Okay.
And I think it was after high school, but I was still living at home. My friends were going camping like 2 hours from home.
So you're like 19.
Yeah, like 18, 19. And I wanted to go, but I knew my mom would say no. Cuz these people would just like, you just know. And so I tell my mom that I'm having a sleepover with my friend.
Smart.
And
it's always
I go camping. I go 2 hours away.
2 hours?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then I wake up the next morning to a text from my mom saying, "Why are you camping?" I don't know how. I still to this day don't know how she found out. Your
heart just sinks.
Yeah. She was like, "Why are you in McCall?" Because that's where I went. And I was like, how does she know?
She's a tracking device.
How does she know? Because, I genuinely still to this day.
This was before Find Me Friends.
Yeah.
So
before any of that.
Okay.
And so I had to like somehow talk my way out of it and like make excuses as to why I had to go camping. But I think that's the most trouble I've ever been in.
So it wasn't with like the law. It was with your mom.
Yeah.
Who can sometimes be scarier than the law.
Do you want to know a law story though?
I would love to hear a story about the law.
So one time I got a misdemeanor once.
Okay.
I was in Lake Powell and I was with like a group of friends and they were like, let's go fishing.
When was this?
This was when I was 21.
Okay.
21. But there was like 30 people. We were on a houseboat and then like a group of 5 were like, hey, let's go fishing. Yeah. I had never been fishing before in my whole entire life. So I was like, okay, yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard of fishing in Lake Powell. Is that like common?
Because it's illegal.
Oh. Okay. So, I was like, I don't think I've ever heard of anyone do that before. Interesting.
So we go and they're teaching me how to do it. So I'm holding the pole and the freaking police show up. Yeah. And the guys were like, no, like we were just teaching her. She doesn't. And they were like, sorry, she was the one holding the pole, so she's the one that's getting charged.
No way.
Yeah. Luckily, like, I got out of it, but
Oh my gosh. That is the dumbest thing to
Isn't
get a
that-
misdemeanor for.
I know.
And you're just like, you aren't even really fishing. Like, you just
Yeah.
threw it.
I
Like,
didn't even catch a fish, and they were like, it doesn't matter, you're holding a pole.
I
And
wonder
I was
why
like,
it's
I had no
illegal.
idea. I don't
Did they say?
know. And I wonder if it's
so
in, like,
crazy.
just certain parts of Lake Powell, because Lake Powell's huge.
Lake Powell's huge, but I have never once when I've been there
Yeah.
seen somebody with a fishing pole.
Yeah, they're smarter than I was.
Oh,
But I had no
my
idea.
gosh.
I was
That's
just like,
so
okay.
funny, though.
Yeah.
A fishing pole.
Yeah, misdemeanor.
You're like, we're just hanging out. Like,
Yeah. And even the sheriff, the police was like, normally I wouldn't charge you, but like my boss is behind me. And I was like,
oh.
okay.
You're like, my life sucks.
Yeah.
You're like, great. Did you have to go to court?
No,
We
just like figured it out.
you just talked your way out of it.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't actually need this
I
on my
was like,
record.
No thanks.
Oh, okay. Well, everyone, now you know. If
Don't go
someone invites you to
fishing.
go fishing in Lake Powell, it's a trap.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Huh. The worst thing I ever talked myself out of would have been when my mom found birth control in my underwear drawer
Oh, no.
and I was a senior in high school because I was having unprotected sex with
Yeah.
a male. I mean, and I feel so bad till this day about how I talked myself out of it. And I've actually never told the girl who I blamed it on. So if you're listening,
Stop.
this is what happened. So my mom was looking through my underwear drawer being sneaky because I had a boyfriend situation that was like very toxic in high school. And she just felt like something was off. And so she found this birth control, which I had gotten at Planned Parenthood because like I obviously didn't get it through my doctor. So I went to
free
Planned
too,
Parenthood
right?
where they gave it to free.
Yeah.
They didn't check my age. They didn't ask me if I was in a consensual relationship. They didn't care about anything. They were just giving me candy basically.
Yeah.
And they didn't even tell me how to take it. I didn't even know that you're supposed to take it at the same time every day. The fact that I didn't get
Really?
pregnant in high school is such a miracle. Like that would have been a whole thing.
Insane.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I can't even imagine. Anyways, didn't get pregnant by some miracle, grace of God. Like I don't get it. But my mom found it. And she pulls me aside and she's like, "Why do you have birth control in your underwear drawer?" And I'm such a little snake and like a sneaky little liar, and my daughter is literally me. And so I'm so screwed. But I was like, "Oh my gosh, no, Mom, it's," again, if you're listening, I'm so sorry. I'm like, "It's Kate's, my friend Kate, who was like kind of like my bad girlfriend. Like she was the friend that was like a little more like naughty."
Yeah.
And I was like, "It's Kate's, like she doesn't want her mom to find it. So I told her I would keep it here for her." Like, oh my gosh, Kate, if you're listening, like I love you so much and I'm so sorry. And I was like, "It's Kate's." And my mom totally bought it. She was like, "Oh," because she like thought like Kate was probably having sex. So she was like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "Yeah, like I'll tell her that she can't keep it here anymore. Like I'm so sorry. Like I'll make sure like she gets it back." I
That
to
is
this
so
day I feel
funny.
so bad about it. I'm like,
Do you?
"I'm so sorry, Kate." Like
I think that's so funny that your mom bought it because
right?
you'd have to be bringing her the pill every day.
Right.
At the same
That's
time.
what I was telling her. I was like, "I take her a pill every morning for first period."
Did you?
That's literally what I would tell her. We did not have first period together whatsoever.
You're smart.
No.
I would have froze and just been like,
No, I'm a sneaky little. I think there's a lot of things I've gotten myself out of actually.
Really?
Like I'm not. It's a good talent to have,
Yeah.
but like I'm really scared that my daughter has the same talent. Like there was this one time I got really drunk,
Yeah.
and I was in high school. I was a senior, or
Yeah.
no, I was in high school, but I was underage. I was like 19, and we were in a parking lot at like we used to call it A-Fresh. It's not A-Fresh anymore, but we were in the A-Fresh parking lot. It's a grocery store.
Okay.
And one of the girls that we were with was so belligerent. Like she was like throwing up, like so sick, like couldn't even like stand up. And we're in the parking lot and we decided it would be funny to like moon people, like show them our butts when they're like driving by.
Just random people.
So of course the police come because they're like, "What the hell are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to get an alcohol ticket. Like I'm underage. Like, oh my gosh." We have this girl in the back of the car. She's like completely shit-faced throwing up. So
Yeah.
I go into, again, full actress liar mode.
gosh.
Complete, like make myself seem completely sober.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to this cop and he's like, "Were you guys mooning?" And we were like, And I was like, no, we saw some girls doing it. They were in a different car. They just left. We told him it was super inappropriate. And he was like, oh, and we're like, yeah, we're so sorry. Like, our friend is so sick. We're just waiting to like have her mom come pick her up because she lives really far. Like, I made this whole story up. This police officer either was dumb as rocks or I'm really that good or he's just really nice.
Or he just doesn't care.
Yeah. And he was like, okay, well, like, as long as like you guys are safe, like, are you good? And we're like, and I was like, yeah, I think so. Like, thank you so much. Like, you seriously are the best. Like, I'm going to text those girls right now and tell them that like,
Don't
you
do
know
that
they're
again.
like doing that. Like, I'm just like sneaky. I'm sneaky.
That is so funny.
So if anybody needs to ever get out of something, like,
Call Josie.
I got you. I should have been an actress in like a different life, I think.
Or like a
lawyer,
yeah.
or like a criminal. I don't know. Like it's like a talent where it's like a good talent, but I don't know. Like for instance, my daughter, she's literally me. We had Zebra Cleaning come and clean our carpets, and they have those flashlights that have like the blue light, so you can find like pee in the floor.
Okay, yeah.
And so my daughter was like obsessed with the guy that was cleaning. Like, she's such a flirt. Like if there's a male in the house, she like wants to flirt with him. So and she's like following him around, like going boo, like scaring him. And he was playing along, so she loved it. And he like went back to the truck for a minute. She was up there. I was like, she's fine. He finishes and he's like, hey, I can't find my flashlight that I was using. And I was like, oh. And I was like, he thinks my daughter took it. And I'm like sticking up for my daughter. I'm like, oh, I don't think the kids took it. Like, I would have seen, like, I don't think they took it. And he was like, I think she did. And I'm like, no, I don't think she did. And he was like, and I was like, maybe go look back in your truck. Like,
my daughter did
like,
not.
My daughter would never, like, she's so honest. She would never do that. And he was like, I'm going to go look back in the truck. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like looking and I like don't see it anywhere. Yeah. And so I'm like, Bentley, be honest. Did you take the flashlight? And she was like, it's under my pillow. Literally took the flashlight, went into her bedroom and hid it under her pillow. I'm like, why? Why would you do that? And she was like, I don't know. And I'm like, you are so sneaky. Yeah. So then he comes back and I have the flashlight and I'm like, you were right. My daughter did take this. And I'm so sorry.
You're right. I was wrong.
So yeah, I'm in for it with her. She's going to be my little twin.
But at least you know. So then maybe you can like.
I know how to parent her, hopefully.
Yeah.
My mom always told me, I hope you get one just like you.
Yeah, they always say
and
that.
Brooks is like me too. So I'm like so scared.
Really?
If this baby's not like Caleb and like chill, like I'm going to be in a psych ward. Like you can ask any of my friends when we have play dates, like my kids just have so much personality.
Really?
It's unreal.
I love that though.
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
It's
for
exhausting.
Sure.
And it's kind of scary because I'm like, what stuff are you going to be doing?
Especially together.
Oh, they're going to be little mischief, little besties doing all kinds of things they probably shouldn't be doing.
Oh, for sure.
Keeping secrets from mom and dad.
For sure.
Helping each other sneak out. Like, I already know. It's going to be so wild.
It'll be so fun.
What's Lennon's personality like?
She's not quiet at all.
Because she's like starting, because that 16 months is, I feel like, when they kind of start to show their personalities.
She's very like, she loves women.
Okay.
Like, we will literally be walking around in a freaking grocery store and she'll go up to a random woman and like want her to hold her.
Like, just
yeah. It's like cute, but also awkward because
like,
the woman like I don't know what to do.
Are. Stranger danger.
Yeah. But she's just like so friendly and I don't know. I think she's funny, but also I'm her mom, so I'm like, is she actually funny?
Well, she probably is.
Hopefully.
Was she a good baby? Like, did she sleep?
She was a good baby, but she was an awful sleeper. Like, still to this day, she's never slept through the night.
That's both my kids,
except
too.
with the sleep trainer she did with her.
Did you have a sleep trainer come?
Yeah, and she, for 3 nights, and she slept through the night every single night. And the second I came home, she stopped.
It's like she knew.
Yeah. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? What did you do?
Yeah. Who came? Who was it?
Her name is Peaceful Sleeper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I follow her.
She's incredible.
And like, what's their secret, I wonder? Do you know for a fact that she was sleeping through the night, or like Peaceful Sleeper just said that?
No, because I have the monitor connected to my phone. And so I even checked because I was like, did she cry and just like let her cry it out in the middle of the night? No. Literally slept the whole night.
What?
Yeah. But she has like ways of being like, okay, they need to be outside for this long. And then like her naps need to be like, it's so tedious.
That's too much.
But I'm like, I don't.
And then when you have like more kids, like you're a stepmom, you have things you have to like do.
Yeah.
Like you can't be on this strict schedule with
Yeah.
every baby.
I don't know.
Because with this third one, there will not be a schedule. It'll be like
don't blame you.
whenever this
Yeah.
baby can sleep. I'm gonna get the Duna car seat. That like becomes a stroller.
We had that. It was
Because
the best.
that baby's gonna live in that thing.
Yeah.
This baby, I say that baby. This
baby.
baby that I have is
That
gonna live in the
baby.
Duna. You have the Duna?
The best. You'll love it.
I'm really excited about it.
It's heavy, but like just push it, you know?
That's the thing. I'm like, also it's like a good little extra, workout.
And it's so nice to travel with
Oh, I
because
bet.
like you don't have to bring a car seat and a stroller. You just like
yeah.
the
How
Duna.
long was Lennon able to be in it? Because I know that like they grow out of it pretty quick.
You can be in it until they're 40 pounds.
Really?
I just barely took her out of it. She's not 40 pounds, but I was like, okay, it's time.
Why was I thinking? Somebody told me it was like when their kid was 6 months old. Maybe it's because they were really tall, but I don't know. I feel like
I need
that's
to look
fine.
at the height.
Honestly, the height
is.
for rear facing is way taller than people think.
Yeah. I think people think they grow out of things quicker, but
Yeah.
really like
It's the safest for them.
Yeah.
Have you seen there's like a viral video going around about like a 10-year-old that's rear facing?
Yes.
And they're like, this is safe. Like their legs won't break. Like,
yeah.
and I'm like, really?
But I saw the one where they like they started doing front facing with her.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's not the same person.
Maybe
but
it is. And I just didn't finish the video. I was like, okay, I got what I needed. Thanks.
But yeah,
My
their
attention
legs are
span is like,
this.
TikTok has ruined my attention span. It's like 30 seconds long.
Yeah.
If the video's over 30 seconds, I'm not watching
Bye.
to the end.
Yeah.
Like, you have lost my attention. Next video.
Yeah. No, but rear facing is
Yeah.
safe. And it's hard because you want to,
Rear facing for me, though, that thing that bothers me the most is it takes up so much space in my car.
Yeah.
And I have a big car. Like, it's not like I'm driving a small car. I have an SUV.
Yeah.
Like, I should be able to have room for my passenger to sit and be comfortable
Yeah,
with
you
having a
don't.
rear facing car. I feel like the only cars that like actually have enough space is like a freaking Escalade or a minivan. And I don't want an Escalade or a
Yeah.
minivan right now.
Yeah.
Like I have a
No.
third row. I have a Land Rover Discovery with a third row. I'm like, that is a big car.
Yeah. you
But
should
when I
room.
have a rear facing in my passenger,
Yeah.
literally you're sitting like up against the windshield. I'm like, this, what?
Yeah,
Why?
that shouldn't happen.
So then I think about people who drive like a Honda Civic. I'm like,
Yeah.
how do you have a rear facing car seat?
That's so true.
I don't get it.
They can't.
And like, because they say you should have at least an inch between the seat and the rear facing car seat. So those people must not have that inch and they must be
I
like
didn't
pushing
know
their
that.
seat against the rear car seat. And then that lifts the rear car seat up.
Oh.
But like you don't notice it because you can't really tell. But apparently it's like
Yeah.
not safe.
I didn't know that.
Car seats stress me out.
No, same.
I feel like I'm not doing it right.
No, same.
Like when I strap my kids in, I'm like, I don't think this is right.
Or when I strap the car seat into the car, I'm
Yes.
like, it's like still wobbling.
Yes. And like you watch the tutorial and it's like so sturdy in there and you're
Yeah.
like, what am I doing wrong? Like I did the buckle,
It's as tight
I
as it
did
can get.
everything.
Yeah.
I've like almost broken my finger pulling the thing to get it
Yeah.
as tight as possible. And it
wi-
still
wobbly.
wiggles.
Yeah. And it's scary.
I feel like leather seats are hard too. I feel like if the seats aren't leather, they stay better.
Oh, you
But if they're
think?
leather, I feel like they wiggle more.
Maybe that's why. Maybe I am doing it right, and it's
It's just the
the
seats.
leather
It's fine. I don't know.
No, but I even had like Sam try and get it tighter, and I'm like, what?
Well, because the other two probably they just have a booster maybe, or they don't have anything anymore.
Nothing anymore.
That'll
Chloe,
be so
my
nice.
stepdaughter, is very tall.
That'll
for
be
her
so
age.
nice when I have no more car seats.
I know.
I told my husband because I'm very much certain I am done having kids after this.
Yeah.
Unless by some miracle God tells me
Something
differently. I'm like, no, this is it. Caleb, you're getting a vasectomy. Like, we're
Yeah.
done. And so I told him when we're done with car seats, I'm getting a G-Wagon because
You deserve it.
no car seats.
And you deserve it.
And our kids will be old enough to where like they won't destroy my car.
Yeah.
And hopefully by then I'll be rich enough and I'll just buy it myself.
You will.
And I'll be like, it's fine, babe.
You will be.
Because one time he tricked me into thinking I was getting a G-Wagon
Stop.
before I found out I was pregnant. It was so rude.
Why?
I don't
Just
even
for
know. Just to
fun?
be
Kicks and
mean.
giggles.
Because my car was at like the 3-year mark. We had owned it for 3
Okay.
years. And that's
Yeah.
like the best trade value time. So he was like, if you trade in your car, like what car would you want to get? And I was like, I love my car. Like the only thing I could think of is like a G-Wagon. And he was like, you would hate the way they drive. And I was like, bet. Like,
Yeah.
I'll go test drive one. And he was like,
Yeah.
hey, like, let me know if you like it. Like,
Yeah.
we'll see. Like, we'll talk about it. Which like to me is like, we'll get it.
Yeah.
So I like make an appointment. I went downtown. I test drive this beautiful, it was like a 2022 stunning G-Wagon. I think it was the 550 AMG. It was just so beautiful. Or the 630, whichever one's the better one.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I love it. I drove it. I was like, I love it. I told Caleb, I'm like, I love it. And he goes, okay, well, like, how much will they give us for the Land Rover? Like, literally was like talking to me, like telling me like how we would buy it. He was like, okay, well, we'll do it through the LLC, like making me think I'm getting this G-Wagon, right?
Yeah.
And then he was like, well, come home. We'll go back on Monday and like we'll drive it together. Because it was a Friday. And I was like, I don't want to leave it over the weekend. Like, I need it now. Like, I want it now. And he's like, Josie, this is very expensive. Like, come home. Let's talk about it. I come home. And then he made a comment at his family dinner and was like, because somebody was like, Josie, are you going to get that G-Wagon? And I was like, I don't know. And Caleb's like, not a chance. And I was like, why are you making it seem like it's not a possibility? Like, you literally made me think I was getting it. I was so mad. And I'm like, it's not even the fact that I'm not getting it because that is ridiculous. Like, I don't need this. Yeah. But you were playing with me. Like, you were messing with me, making me think I could get it. And you in your head knew. You
envisioned.
Yeah. Oh, I was like picturing I was cleaning out my Land Rover, like, so I could just like swap car seats and like go. But then I found out I was pregnant like literally 2 weeks later, and there's no way I could fit 3 car seats in that thing.
Really?
It would be tight. It would be tight.
Those things are big.
They're boxy, but they're not big. Like the seats aren't super wide. So I could probably do like 3 convertible or not convertible, like booster seats.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be able to do like a booster, a convertible, and like a car seat, like the baby infant one.
Interesting.
So also, why would I ever buy almost a $200,000 car for my kids to absolutely destroy?
That's true.
My car now, I used to get it detailed all the time.
Yeah.
And then I like just got lazy and like stopped, especially in the winter because I have so much snow up here. It's like, why come detail my car in the snow? But it's bad. My car's so bad right now. I have like applesauce stains everywhere.
I believe it. Sam's like, let's get you a new car. And I'm like, but why?
So it can get destroyed?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I'd rather destroy this car and then get my dream car.
Too. That's where I'm at too.
You know? Like, there's no point.
It's gross. And like, I always thought I'd be the parent that's like, I'm not going to give my kids food in the car. No, that like anything to shut up my kids. I'm like, what do you want? I've let my kids have popsicles in the car. Like I have given up. I'm like, anything to get you guys to just not fight and just be happy.
But that's how parenting is. Like, I was like, I'm not going to be the mom that like gives their kids sugar for a year.
Yeah.
4 months. I'm like, you want to try this?
Mommy loves these. I love candy. Are you like mommy?
Yeah. Or TV. No. I'm like, I got to get stuff done.
Screen time. I don't know how people lived without it. I really don't. And the moms that don't do it, like, round of applause to you because that is so amazing that you are able to get stuff done without putting a screen in front of your kid's face.
I want to be more like them. How?
Like,
teach me.
Because like I can have my kids play for a minute.
Yeah.
But if I try to go do something, like the chances of them getting into something, breaking something, making a mess that's like not cleanable, like spilling baking powder all over something or something crazy, the chances are very high.
Yeah.
Whereas if I just put on a show, they're sitting there mesmerized.
Yeah.
And I like feel fine taking a shower or like vacuuming upstairs where I can't hear anything. Sure.
Especially with 2 kids. I don't.
Yeah. No, they like to get into trouble together.
Oh, I believe it.
Like Bentley likes to like trick him into doing things. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Like they got into slime. I will never buy slime again. Ever.
Yeah.
Decided it'd be fun to just like play with it in the playroom with the carpet, which they know we don't play with slime in the carpet rooms. But mommy had to go upstairs and do something, so she wasn't watching for 2 seconds. And that is why Disney Plus is always on if I am upstairs.
That's why the TV is always on.
Always.
Yeah.
Lennon's probably at that age, though, where is she even like fully content with screens?
Yeah.
Oh, she is?
Miss Rachel.
I have never watched a single episode of Miss Rachel.
You will once that baby pops out.
Like, is it on YouTube?
Yeah, it's YouTube. And it, for some reason, just like, I swear every baby that watches it loves it.
Because my kids were Cocomelon kids. Did you do Cocomelon ever?
I try. She doesn't like it as much.
Okay.
But like Miss Rachel is like FaceTime. And they say the babies just love that. Yeah. Okay. And I don't feel as bad because I'm like, she's learning. It's like she'll do something new and I'm like,
who taught you that?
Yeah.
Miss Rachel.
Yeah. Honestly, though.
Wasn't there a big controversy lately with Miss Rachel?
I think so, but I don't know exactly.
I don't know what it was. Like, everyone was like trying to cancel her or something. And then she went on and was like, I'm taking a break from TikTok.
Was it because one of the people in her videos announced their pronouns?
Oh, I have no idea.
I don't either. I don't know.
But it's still going on. Like, she's still making videos?
Yeah.
Okay,
And
you go, girl. You go, Miss Rachel.
Yeah. Lennon loves it.
Well, I should look into it. It'd probably be better than the stuff my kids watch. My kids are obsessed with Blippi.
Really?
And he's weird.
That's a hard one for me to watch.
He's weird. And it's something like a chemical changes in my son's brain when he watches Blippi, where he turns psychotic and he will not let us turn off the television or change anything. Like, any other show, he's fine with like kind of playing and like not focusing. With Blippi, like he like shakes. He's like, oh, I want Blippi tractors. And I'm like, who possessed you? Like, it's fine.
Blippi did.
Blippi. I think there's something like in his like the outfit he wears, like the colors. I think there's something like
the way they talk.
Like, I think they're hypnotizing kids. I really do. I think
Probably.
Blippi's like onto some weird hypnotizing hoodoo stuff because
Probably.
Brooks is a different person when he watches Blippi.
Well, the views they get is insane. So
I wonder how much money Miss Rachel makes.
Probably a good amount.
I'm going to look it up, actually.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Because, like, you think about it, Lennon watches her videos over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Like, she has a lot, but, Lennon watches a lot.
How much money does Miss Rachel make?
She gets a lot of views.
Miss Rachel reportedly has a net worth of $10 million.
That's insane.
I wonder if that's legit, though, because sometimes these are so far off.
Yeah.
But
honestly, I wouldn't be surprised.
good for her.
Yeah.
Good. Let's see how much Blippi makes.
Probably insane.
Which there's like 2 Blippis now. There's like the old version, then there's a new version.
Yeah.
How much does Blippi make? Okay, Stephen John, also known as Blippi, has a net worth of $75 million.
No way.
We are in the wrong business.
75?
You start making kid shows because lazy parents like me just turn it on for their kids to watch.
That is insane.
That is so much. I believe it, though.
Do we think that's real?
I think so.
That's crazy.
Because Blippi's been around for a long time.
That's true.
So he's had a lot of time to accumulate that. And that's like net worth. So like, I don't know how much of that is liquid. But
that's wild.
Well, thanks for coming on Weekly Trash
Thanks
and
for
talking about all the
having
things.
me.
This was so fun. Was it
I
as
loved
scary
it.
as you thought it'd be?
No, we're just
It's
hanging
chill.
out,
Isn't it just chill?
Yeah, I loved it.
Every time someone leaves, they're like, that was way easier than I thought it was.
I know,
gonna
I
be.
was stressed now. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, no. Jory, when she was on, she was like, I'm sweating. I'm so scared. And I'm
No,
like,
I was shaking on my way here.
no, it's chill.
Yeah,
It's great.
it was
You did
good.
wonderful.
Thank you.
Start a podcast.
Fine.
All the influencers are doing it. Hop on the train.
Fine.
You can start one. All right, everybody. That is it for Weekly Trash. Subscribe on YouTube. Watch on YouTube. Follow Camille Munday on Instagram. Lemon8.
Maybe. We'll see.
You should.
Yeah.
You said you have
Might
one.
as well.
TikTok. What other platforms? Do you have a YouTube?
I do, but I just post YouTube shorts.
Hey,
Eventually,
still
I want
counts.
to like make
do
it.
like
Yeah.
do like vlogs.
But again, when do I have time?
Yeah, that's vlogging is a whole other thing.
Yeah.
Whole other thing.
We'll see.
Oof. But yeah, follow me, follow her. Make sure to leave a 5-star review because it makes my day. And have the best weekend, you guys. Sunday, I will announce the next guest. I'm super excited. But Camille, you are amazing. And I'm so grateful that you came here and shared your story. And we love you.
I love you.
Have a great weekend. Don't forget to take out your trash. Bye, everybody.